Hello and welcome to this brand new video on the Indian Millennials channel. My name is Rohit Kotpar. I bring about contextual information based on things that are happening to every single millennial citizen living in India based on perspectives from geopolitics, internal politics, economics, and our beloved marketplace. Let's get straight to this topic about something that has happened in the year 2024 that has kind of been plaguing our entire society and especially the millennial generation in India.
जो मैं पैसे कमा रहा हूँ उसी से मैं अपने दुश्मन को बलवान बना रहा हूँ। वही पैसे मुझे ही बर्बाद करने के लिए यूज हो रहे हैं। माफ करना, जिस उम्र में मुझे अपने मम्मी पापा का सहारा बनना था उस उम्र में उन्हें हमेशा के लिए दुख देके जा रहा हूँ। ऐसा मेरे मरे हुए शरीर के आसपास मेरी पत्नी या उसका परिवार की तरफ से कोई नहीं आना चाहिए। मेरा अस्थि विसर्जन तब तक नहीं होना चाहिए जब तक मेरे हरासर्स को पनिशमेंट नहीं मिलता।
Well, this has been a silent killer and it's also growing at a rapid rate. I'm talking about the mental health epidemic that is actually plaguing Indian society as of today. 2024 saw a rise in the number of suicide cases across our country, and majority of these suicide cases came from the millennial generation. And there were basically three different reasons why people were committing suicide. Unfortunately, these problems are created by the society, and fortunately, the solutions also are with society and with the government that has to implement certain changes. Number one, just recently, a Bangalore techie, a 34-year-old millennial guy named Atul Subash committed suicide, stating that the reason why he committed suicide was because of basically harassment from his ex-wife or his estranged wife.
जो मैं पैसे कमा रहा हूँ उसी से मैं अपने दुश्मन को बलवान बना रहा हूँ। वही पैसे मुझे ही बर्बाद करने के लिए यूज हो रहे हैं। माफ करना, जिस उम्र में मुझे अपने मम्मी पापा का सहारा बनना था उस उम्र में उन्हें हमेशा के लिए दुख देके जा रहा हूँ। ऐसा
Now, there are certain laws according to the Indian legal system that cater to women's security, women's safety, rightfully so, because they deserve it. But at the same time, these laws are also taken for granted, and some women seem to have been abusing such laws. And this has led to a lot of men around India to take drastic steps, including taking their own lives.
Women can go to any level to extort, to manipulate, or for vendetta.
A woman says, no, I didn't consent. No evidence required.
अगर मैंने कुछ किया ही नहीं है और फिर उसकी सजा 3-3 साल तक मिलती रहे, ये कहाँ का न्याय है?
And this has not just happened this year, it's happened last year, it's happening quite rapidly across our country, especially in tier 1 and tier 2 cities of India. Now the solution is to make sure that the law gives equal opportunity of, taking care of both men and women. But unfortunately, that's not the case as of today. Second thing, more importantly, people have been harassed at workspaces. As Indians, we have a very short-term memory, and unfortunately, we forget things that have happened this year itself, and we tend to remember only the glorious things that have happened, and we tend to basically forget all the negative things that have happened. A girl actually committed suicide because she was harassed at work, given untimely deadlines, and all these things were given, and that's when she had to take her own life, and a qualified CA, that too. We all know what case I'm talking about, but there are much more cases like this also. This is also happening because the job market in India is not as favorable as it was earlier. And that is also a situation that has been created by people who are claiming that Indians should work for 72 hours a week, 80 hours a week, and forget work-life balance, forget mental health repercussions, and keep working, and not just working for, other companies that literally pay peanuts, but also just keep working. Just keep working. It doesn't matter how much money you make. Just keep working and then pay that money as tax, and you basically get nothing in return at the end of the day. So that is also one more silent epidemic that's actually plaguing our society and plaguing our generation, more importantly. And number three, it's alarmingly that India is also seeing a rise in divorce cases across the spectrum. Divorce cases, not by stating the first example, by stating, alimony and everything, even just divorces are happening at a rapid rate today. These are also problems, and these are also good for if you look at it from a progressive standpoint. But let me tell you the underlying problem across everything, which makes a lot of sense, because the underlying problem is lack of proper legal structures. lack of even playing field legal structures in India. Our legal system hasn't quite been catering to every single citizen equally. There's a lot of inequality as per the rule of law, and that is what's being abused by various people. Unfortunately, people who say men's rights matter tend to forget all the crimes that are committed towards women by a lot of men. And all the feminists seem to forget all the crimes that are committed by women towards men. They are just two extreme sides who have taken a stand for their gender and who actually forget a lot of people who face problems from both sides. If you're a man and if you're committing very, very heinous crime against a woman, then you don't deserve to be called as a man. And that's the reality. And if you're a woman who actually takes advantage of the law and kind of puts false cases against a guy, then how can you call yourself a feminist? Right? So at the end of the day, there is no neutrality here because both sides are hell-bent on their terms, hell-bent on their conditions, and start giving away advice such as put false cases on that guy, put a false dowry case on the guy. There are Reddit posts by women giving advice to other women in public domain saying put false cases on the guy. How is this fair? And on the other side, you have men who troll women influencers, women content creators who state such vulgar things, calling them very, very bad things in Hindi, English, or whatever words that they want to use. And they troll them for their looks, they troll them for everything. And they say and they give rape threats, they give death threats. Now on one side, you have Men's Rights Matter who cater to these men who have been wronged by women, and you have the other side who say, all the women that have been wronged by men. But if you give advice to these people to assume that your gender is always right and you are not at all wrong, then it's not going to go anywhere. Because there needs to be even playing field, there needs to be a strong legal system that supports both men and women in our case. And this is a plea to the Indian government, to the Indian judicial system, to make the laws even playing field, to cater to those men who are unfortunately wronged by the wrong set of women, and also cater to those women who have been wronged by wrong set of men. Do not give undue advantage to any of them to abuse the law. And second thing, work-life balance, mental health are all these topics that people love talking about, people love giving information about, but nothing is being done in terms of policy to cater to these requirements. Nothing is being done to cater to these needs of people, to needs of, everybody, to understand the significance and the importance of mental health.
I work 20 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Wow.
So 140 hours.
You're Sudha Murthy's dream, yeah?
Narayan Murthy's dream, rather.
It's the same with you, I'm guessing.
Absolutely,
that
ma'am.
you don't believe in this weekend concept that
Yeah.
people can't reach you on a weekend.
Not at all.
Right.
And the younger generation today, I feel, wants a little bit of what I don't agree with this work-life balance concept.
Today, there are a lot of people, a lot of millennials who are proudly saying that they are on anti-anxiety medication, antidepressants and everything. Well, the reason is that, there's so much of workload, there's so much of pressure that you're actually catering, going back to some chemicals, some medicines to manage your mental health. I'm not saying that you should not do it. I'm just saying find a root problem of why this mental health crisis is even evolving. And this is why we need a stronger policy that advocates for more job creation and more enablement of AI, and a strong AI policy that will help people do their work better, smarter and more efficient, and also have a cap on working hours and keep companies in check that are actually abusing this. Because only when we do it, that's when we will see some changes. Not every single person is wired to work 12 hours a day. Not every single person has the tenacity to work 7 days a week. Entrepreneurs have that hustle in them. Entrepreneurs have that desire in them. That's why they work 7 days a week. Some people do work 7 days a week, but not everyone has that. People work just to earn money and to basically spend their life comfortably. Simple as that. And we need to respect that. My only message to the government of India is you created an education system that builds workforces. You didn't create an education system that builds entrepreneurs. Now, since you built an education system that builds workforces, don't expect them to behave like entrepreneurs and work 7 days a week and multiple hours a day. Nobody can. Everyone is different and everyone should be treated with fairness and treated with equal measure. And that's the reason why we need such policies to avoid and to ensure that people do not take drastic steps to, end their lives, end their precious lives just because of external work pressure, external family pressure and all this. Because unfortunately, the system is against these guys. If you expect somebody to work for 7 days a week or 14 hours a day, tell them upfront that this is our expectation. Are you okay with it? If they're okay with it, let them work. If they're not okay with it and if they join the company and then they say, you know what, I'm not okay with this, it's okay. Yeah, you just let them go. It's fine. And this is a message specifically for companies. If people are not okay, it's fine. But if people are okay, hire them. It's fine. But have a strict policy to ensure that you treat people who are working with you, for you in a company, that they have enough work-life balance, they have enough support. And also, it's time to embrace artificial intelligence and accept it as a new reality and use AI to get your tasks easier, make your life easier. And for people who do not accept AI as a reality today, please take up a course, read about AI, understand how AI can help your work, and also understand how AI can help with your studies and how AI can make you smarter, because that is also very, very important. And because all these things are very, very, very critical. And mental health is not a taboo. Mental health is reality. Mental health is needed. And take care of your mental health, because millennials, we are plagued with a lot of responsibility when it comes to money, when it comes to family life, when it comes to our own health, our own well-being. And we are also a very ambitious generation in terms of where we want to travel, what we want to do, and everything. In order to achieve all these things, you need to have a sound mind and you need to have a safe mind. And the only way you get it is when you can actually spend some time for yourself, not thinking too much about pressures of life. And the only way you can do it is by taking opportunities that cater to you and also learning enough to ensure that you have access to these opportunities. I hope I'm making sense. If I'm just rumbling here, please let me know in the comment section where I've gone wrong. If you still feel that I've made a sense, or if I made some point, please share it with other fellow millennials and let them also hear this point of view, because I'm sure, quite sure honestly, that a majority of the Indian millennial generation will resonate with what I just said just now. I hope you enjoyed our video. For more such videos, please subscribe to the Indian Millennials channel. We intend to create much more content with a lot more research, with a lot more backing in the coming future. And I hope to see you guys soon in the next video as well. Until next time, take care, stay safe, and see you next time.